Well, which one are you starting with?
I'm starting with
the last one.
So that
all right.
Just it's fresh. You can see when you made reference to this, the difference between 75 billion and
we are even trying to resolve that one now. I think there's a little error in the tabulation.
So that 4 point something, right, is what is here.
No.
That 4.126, sir.
Which 4.126?
Is on top on 2015, sir. In 2015.
In the audited account, yes.
The audited account, that 4.126 is right where it says other income. And what that means is other income, subventions, sale of magazines, there are different kinds of things that they must have done at that point in time. There are a lot of things they do, there are a lot of subventions, there are a lot of grants, so which will not be really specifically stated.
No, I want you to, this thing is very direct, it's very straightforward. In the year before, the column said there was no other income. Yeah. But when it was being reported in the year after, a particular figure came in. That's just what you are asked to explain how that happened.
It's the arrangement.
Arrangement.
What I mean is probably, with due respect, if the honorable committee will, if the honorable committee will avail us a little time, we will look at it critically and come back to the committee. It is, but we are just looking at it now, and we are providing answers, and the answers might not be as satisfactory.
Did you look at these documents before you brought them forward?
Oh yes, we are supposed to, and we have done that.
You are supposed to.
Yeah, we have done. I'm confirming to you that we have done that. We have done that. We are supposed to, and we have done that.
Yeah, this is very important, especially when you look at 2015.
Yes.
You'll find that that same other income is what is carried up here in 2016 as the revenue generated through Remita. So it's a very key thing my colleague is bringing up.
Yes,
because that same other income is what is reported.
And then, Honorable, please, who is your auditor?
As between this 2015 and 2021.
Yeah, who was the auditor that did this?
Beko Consulting.
Beko.
Yes.
But when we came in 2021, we started with PwC. When we came in 2021 October.
Use your microphone, please. Always.
We came in 2021 November 2021. Since then, we've been using PwC. But prior to that, Beko had been the one auditing the account of NMDPRA. So on our own tenure starts. However, we have not had any reason, because we have never gone to the archives of what had happened, except to move forward from where we started. So, but from our own understanding of accounting and the understanding of what they are doing there, right? They have other income.
Just wait, ED.
Yes, sir.
ED, don't defend this issue, because it appears that there is a whole lot of problem with this audited account. I was also being informed now that none of this account was even signed by management. That none of the account was signed by management. So in the absence of a signature by management on the account, how do we take them in? Apart from that, there is another observation here. That's why I asked who is your auditor, because it appears that the most likely there is some degree of incompetence. Look at page 11.
Yeah.
Page 11, where you have excess of expenditure over income for 2015. Excess of expenditure over income.
How much was that?
29,374,944. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to page 26, that's in page 26 now, and you come to that same 2015, deficit of income over expenditure. I hope it means the same thing. You know, we are laymen when it comes to this. No, I'm putting it to them that I hope excess of expenditure over income is the same thing as deficit of income over expenditure.
Yes.
Yet the figures are different. The figure here is 1 is that 1 billion, 71 million, 177,000 and so on. And here you have 29 million.
Excess of
Did you see what we are referencing?
Yes, I'm seeing that, sir.
The state.
Sir, what I'm looking at is, yes, sir. If you look at the top, it says statement of income and expenditure for the year ended 31st, 2015. So, and income and expenditure for the year ended 2016.
Yes. The reference is to the 2015 column.
The 2015 column, which is
The reference to the 2015 column talking about the deficit of your income over expenditure in the PPRA. And then why are the account not signed? Why are they not signed by? Why do you don't have a? That's a major infraction. Auditor General, what does the law say about not signing of account by management?
With respect of the signature, Mr.
Your
Chairman,
microphone.
what we're saying is that their federal Financial Reporting Council number should be included. It's not only the signature, but look, we are talking of reporting Financial Reporting Council number allocated to you, not
Of
included. Okay, the financial member that has to sign the account itself.
No. Is that a different thing? The information I got was that management did not sign.
No, the signature is not valid without their reporting council number affixed to it. And it should be issued by Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria.
Chairman. Chairman.
That's the clarification I wanted to make. It's not that probably his observation is different from the misrepresentation you gave, the Honorable Chairman. It is not that the accounts are not signed. Probably the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation are saying they have not seen the Financial Reporting Council registration numbers of the signatories attached to those signatures.
Is that a requirement?
That's exactly where I'm heading to. As probably now, as they are raising it, as probably a precondition or a requirement. But like my executive director clearly states, these are successors companies that we've taken over by the provision of the Act. And we are happy that the Office of the General have just raised that observation. And we will take note of that observation and go back and look at those signatories. If actually the numbers are not there and they ought to be followed by the numbers, we will avail the Office of the Auditor General and the Honorable Committee the numbers, the Financial Reporting Council registration numbers of those signatories. And if they are there, if they are not there, even if the signatories are not around, we can go back to the Financial Reporting Council with their certificate numbers, identify their signatures, and get the confirmation from them and forward that to the
Accountant, are you aware that this has been submitted here under oath?
Oh yes, definitely.
Now, if there are infractions, the infractions has now occurred as you are testifying. Is that not true?
Oh yes, confirm.
Therefore, if you provide those things later, that does not exonerate you from the infractions.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Noted.
But again, please, Chairman. But again, accountant. I want to see accountant. You are blocking me. You are the schedule officer for this. Who is this?
On my honorable sir, these were all offshoots of.
No, you've got to that from him. We've got to they are all offshoots from.
Yes,
Yes,
so
we've got to that.
If you are asking like a personalized question.
No. What I'm saying here is that we wrote you, a committee wrote you a letter that asks you to furnish us with this, and you have done it.
Yes.
So, but what I'm asking is that, I mean, a schedule officer should be able to, before you send in this kind of, what I'm trying to say is that you should have been able to, look at all of that before you now bring it here. You understand? To say, oh, I need to go back, I need to, get in touch with people, I need to this. That ought to have been done before coming before the committee.
Well, that is correct, Honorable. I hope you got that very well. And if you go back to the figures, the 500 and something billion we're making reference to that we're trying to reconcile, I got the report now that the figures have been reconciled. And in actual fact, please go back to that page, the Remita figure, Glory. Are you following us? Go back to the analysis that we had of their submission. The Remita figure on how much the total volume of funds which passed through Remita to you was over 500 billion naira. But what you have here is 79 billion. That is a huge, huge difference.
Okay, sir. What I will say about this is that we'll go back and give you the appropriateness of this. And I'll tell you the reason why this might have happened, sir. Petroleum Equalization Fund is just a fund between the PEF and the marketers. Bridging allowance, bridging claims. So when they are compiling this, when we are compiling what we brought to you today, right? Because that money goes directly to the marketers. It has nothing to do with that.
So you left out the funds captured by the PEF.
Of the PEF. And come with the NMDPRA, which is the...
But I tell you that even when we subtracted the quantum of fund that came with PEF, the figures still do not add up. Okay. When we took off PEF, because we also thought maybe that may likely be, but even after doing that, the figures do not correlate. Yes,
Chairman, sir.
Okay, yeah.
I think the difference is about 2015, which is not captured here. Because if you look at what we have is 75 billion, and what you have is 79, and the 2015 is 4.1. So the gap is 4 billion, and that's because the 2015 is not here. That's the difference. If
no, that's not the difference. It's far more than that. Maybe you're not following us. That's not the difference. No, now when you do your analysis, look. Let us have the total sum, including PEF. Let's now have the total sum, excluding PEF, which is just like they collect the money and pay the marketers directly. They are not regarded as government revenue, as it were. Is it 100%? 100% whatever is paid goes to the marketers.
They take their cost of collection.
Who takes cost of collection?
But that's where they pay their
takes?
PEF.
And that's also an income for government. The cost of collection is a revenue.
When I say cost of collection, how would they maintain themselves?
No,
it's running cost.
No.
There's no other money.
Is the money? Does the money? The money was going into TSA.
Yes. No. They do go to TSA.
We still have to. We still have to.
How would they? The question is, how are they going to pay salaries? It's a fund. They don't collect. There's no appropriation, no nothing. So how are they going to collect salaries?
So if it goes to TSA, how do they?
They pay themselves through TSA, through Remita.
We are saying it has to still be reflected as a revenue. You know, we are not, because what we are looking at here now is the revenue. It's not even so much about the expenditure. So it still has to reflect as revenue. And for the guy on the extreme that said maybe the difference was about 4 million, 4 billion. It's far more than that. I won't give you the exact figure, but we have our figures here. You know, there's a huge difference between the figures even when you remove the PEF component. There's a very, very huge difference, and you need to go and provide us with the records accordingly. So, what we call is, I think, NMDPRA, very mouthful. We still need to go back and, reconcile their accounts. But I want to appreciate the insight you gave us into those challenges with Remita. They are very important to our investigation. Because when Remita came here, they gave us an impression that everything is 100% perfect. But now you, the user of the product, you are telling us that there are a lot of challenges that you encounter in the use of the product. So that's a very good insight. But please, you should just go back and really sit down and get us a very, very accurate figures. Let me ask finally, do you have access to the Remita platform to see when any money comes in? You still earn money from through Remita now?
Absolutely, sir. We have access to it.
You have access to the platform?
Yes, we have. No, we don't have access to their platform. But when money comes in, to get what do they call it? The receipts. We have the statements. We have access to our statements.
Okay. Is this like? Do you receive like an alert?
No.
From your bank that so person has paid so amount of money to you?
No, it's only through bank statements or from central bank.
So there's no real-time information that comes to you on transactions that happen on your account?
For instance, maybe no, because let me give you an example. You can pay us through Remita today, right? The money may not be credited till next week. But there will be a kind of alert that you say from CBN that will say this money we will see, but not credited. But Remita will just say XYZ through their own reflex, where there's a paper they call it. The RRI, yeah. That will show that XYZ. But that doesn't mean that money is actually made. That's the care. The point that you have to be careful from. Because generating NRR is going to the bank and say, I want to pay 10 naira to the federal government of Nigeria, right? But that doesn't mean you have to check. It might be 3 days, it might be 4 days, that the money actually entered.
If there's a reversal, eventually.
That is one of the problems that we are saying, the challenges we face with Remita, which include the charges. Even if there's reversal, I will give you an example. When they change because when we come, we are going to notice that when they change the Nuban number, some of the marketers, some of them are in the hinterlands, right? They didn't really follow that Nuban number. So the money cannot go to them immediately, right? Because of the correlation of the account. So at the end of the day, we have to ask their bank. But such money, right, will have been charged by Remita, will have been charged. But it didn't go because the account number is not, correlating. So that's part of maybe what I can call on challenges.
So, sir, but they taking the product.
Sorry, with due respect, Mr. Chairman, let me make a further clarification so that you have a better understanding of what to say. We pay marketers their bridging claim. And in the process of making their payment, we pay them through Remita platform. And they provide us through the same Remita platform too, their bank account numbers and bank details. And when there was a change in bank accounts number, and central bank or commercial banks were directed to 10-digit number, the Nuban 10-digit numbers. It is not all marketers that complied at the same time. So marketers are not aware that they are supposed to update their account details with us on the 10-digit number. But that does not stop us from processing their claim and paying them. So some of these transactions that were processed and paid through Remita charged us for all those transactions. But for those whose account number are not compliant to the Nuban numbers, their payment failed for wrong account numbers or incomplete account details. So what my Oga is saying is that those transactions, even though they have failed, Remita still charge us. You understand? And then after the reversal was done later, and the marketer now updated his claim, and we pay back, Remita will still charge us again. So these are some of the challenges and possible leakages.
So
that the ED is availing.
So do you have correspondence between you and Remita on this matter?
I know I won't say specifically on this issue, but we have series of correspondence with Remita on this and other related issues, which we might go back.
Related issues that have to do with disputes or complaints.
With all these issues.
Please, please,
so
we need
the committee with every other information that
we need.
Chair.
This morning,
Excuse me. Please, please.
Honorable
colleagues, please let's.
Sir, what you are saying is, as regards transactions in the bank, the remitter is designed such that all charges are being made per transaction.
Oh, yes.
That is exactly. So they are not double charging you. You have made an attempt, and because of the wrong account details, it is rejected. They charge you for that. When you do the correct thing, now they charge you. That is it.
Well, honorable, let us not play the advocate for Remita. Let's. They have answered. They said they don't get. No, sir. They said they don't. Okay. Okay, the Deputy Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I want to know the reconciliation based on the issues with Remita. Have you in any way escalated the matter with the Accountant General? That's one. I want to also know how many sub-accounts you maintain with the CBN aside the TSA account. I want my Oga to answer. He was my senior in the school.
I lead this team, and it's not in final account, right? It's not in final. It's not in treasury. I lead this team. Right? We don't have the only account we operate is a TSA account, right? Now the only when I say then we have what we call admin account, which is our operational account. Then we have bridging account.
Is that are those ones TSA?
Yeah, they are all TSA. We don't have any account outside TSA, even the bridging account. The only reason why we didn't bring that is that it's just because it goes in, it comes out. That is it.
Because I can't read well from here.
Then whether you have escalated the matter with the Accountant General?
Okay.
I believe we may have, but we have been to Remita. It's like we go to Remita practically every week. Right now, as we're speaking, I am one or two people that are with Remita.
Okay, so ordinarily I would think that while you are trying to resolve this matter with Remita, other authorities like the Accountant General and if possible the CBN should be aware of the challenges you are facing. I think it will...
Sorry if I can come in here. As far as Remita is concerned, we have made a number of presentations during our meetings with the Accountant General Office as far as these problems are concerned. But we've not formally written to them. But in a number of meetings that we've had with them, we've made this presentation complaining on these issues. That
all right. ED, there's a matter, I don't know whether you will respond to that immediately. We have a matter in the 2020 Auditor General's report. And you know, I was mentioning it earlier when I met you that have you received a letter on Auditor General's report? You said you haven't. You remember? Auditor General's report for 2020. Auditor General, can you read this, please? I want you to follow.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, sorry. You have the letter?
Yeah, we have even responded.
That was what I was doing.
We have responded to it.
You have responded to this issue?
Yes.
This audit issue?
Yes.